Hi, welcome to this week's video, and today I want to chat to you about overcoming your fear of visibility. Now, in business, we all need to be visible, we all need to be seen. If we're not seen, how do customers know we exist? How can we reach out to customers and bring them into us and sell them products if they don't even know we're there? We have to be seen. And in the world today, although you might think that it's got smaller because we can travel and we've got online resources so that we can talk to people around the world without even leaving our homes. Now, that might be the case and it might feel smaller in that sense, but there are more people in the world trying to be heard at the moment. There are more people trying to get on the same platform, to be seen, to attract customers and clients so that their voice can be heard and so that they can sell their own products and promote their businesses. So it's a bit of a balance of getting out there and making sure that you are seen by the right people, and also that you are continuously being there and present and visible, because if you're not, your business isn't, and you won't get the same amount of sales. I always like to have a comparison when talking about online businesses. I always like to compare again to physical businesses. So I don't just coach online businesses, I coach people who are, got retail, or they have got some sort of coaching business which is mainly offline. And I want to say to them as well, you have to be visible. Think about what you would do to promote your retail establishment or your restaurant. You would be putting out adverts in papers, in free flyers, you'd be putting things through people's doors, you'd be getting people to come in, word of mouth, spreading the word. You might even try to get on a TV documentary, all those different things to promote your restaurant. You need to become visible, or your retail premises. You need to become visible. If you're frightened of being visible, then you're doing your business and your customers a disservice. So I'll lead into my first point on this by saying that, because if you have something to say, and let's face it, you wouldn't be in business if you didn't have something to say. Regardless of your business, you have something that you need to put out into the world. You have a product or service that will help somebody in their life. And that's why you are there. You are there to make other people's lives better. Whatever way you do that, that's up to you, but that's the point of business, is to help other people and to fill a need in their lives. So that could be providing property services. So you might do plumbing, or you might do decorating, you might provide furniture, you might provide health services to make sure that somebody is feeling the best they possibly can. You might coach people, you might sell a physical product like clothes or kitchen utensils, whatever that might be. You're filling a gap in the market. You're providing a service to your customers to make their lives better. So my first point is knowing that if you are scared of becoming visible or being visible, you have to take your focus and your attention off of yourself. And I'm going to say to you, if you are preventing yourself from being visible just because you don't like the thoughts of yourself being on camera, or your voice being heard, or maybe your friends and your relatives seeing your post, then that is a very selfish viewpoint. You may not like hearing that, but that's selfish. Why is it selfish? It's selfish because you are denying others the ability to connect with you and for them to resolve an issue that you can help them with. You are denying them that because you are not putting yourself out there to say, hey, I can help you. So that's a really selfish thing. We're only on this planet for a very short space of time, and what we do in that time is so important, and we need to contribute as a person as an individual, as a human being, to our planet and our world. And we need to get out there to do that. We can't just stay in our box, in our comfort zone, and keep it all to ourselves. If you've got information and knowledge, you need to spread that, you need to share that. If you've got a product, you need to get out there and share that product with other people. If you can help anybody, whether that even is the person, the human being, or whether that is the planet, or whether that is the animals that live around us, any sort of thing like that, you need to get out there and do it. So stop thinking about yourself. Stop being selfish. Stop putting yourself first here and get out there and become visible. Okay, hard words, but it's true. The second thing I would say to you about being visible and your fear of being visible is that when you start becoming visible, when you start, perhaps going out there in social media a bit more and putting your own person out there and breaking down those barriers and those walls so that people can actually see you as a person. When you start doing that, here's the honest truth. You're not going to get hundreds of thousands of people watching you. You're not going to get a huge audience straight away. It's not going to happen. That builds up over time. So in the first few days, you might actually even be talking to yourself. You might just be recording something and it's only getting seen by you and maybe a handful of other people. So that's the first thing I would say. When you start out, you're not going to get this huge, 1,000 people audience. It's not going to happen. It's not when you're becoming visible online, that is. It's not the same as being visible on a stage. Now, if you are looking at public speaking, you are going to be going on a stage. I would start going online first before you do that. Now, when I started public speaking, I didn't have the opportunity of these online conferences and these online meetings and these online, Facebook Lives and the rest of it. I didn't have that. We had to practice, I guess in school and university, we had to present our work in the class, in the group. So we were talking maybe about 30 people to start with. And then it grows. And then you have to reach out, in my previous line of work, I had to then have meetings. I had to then try and promote my work, my research, etc., to bigger groups and bigger audiences. I had to stand out in front of thousands of people and say, this is what I do. Because if I didn't do that, then how am I going to get the help and the collaborations? How am I going to get out there and say to people, this is what I do? Actually, I want to advance on this. Can I help you advance in your area? Can we collaborate? Can we come together? What is it that I've got that you need, and vice versa? And so public speaking is a great way of doing that and getting your message out there. But again, don't just throw yourself into it. Start off slowly, build yourself up, and soon it won't matter what stage you go on and how many people will be in front of you. It really won't matter, because you're only interested in getting your message out there, and you'll be comfortable with doing that. You've done this over and over and over again, you've practiced over and over again, then it'll be a walk in the park. It'll just be part of your job and part of your business marketing strategy. So think about it that way. Start small and don't worry about all the people that are out there to begin with, because there won't be that many anyway. And hopefully, when you do go out there and you do post some things out, it will be your friends and your family that will see you, because they're the ones that will support. You'd hope these are the people who will go, good for you. Stop thinking about what they'll think and any negativity that they'll put towards it. If they're negative and they don't think it's great, then bye. Who cares? The other people, they're not your customers, your clients. They don't need what you've got to give. So just ignore them, push them aside, and keep going, because the people who you need are out there, and you need to reach them. That's your task, that's your job, and that's your mission. Now, the third point I would say about getting visible is, and you're going to hate it because you're sitting there and you're frightened of becoming more visible and you don't want to get out there. The big leap is doing a live presentation. Okay, so what I'm talking about is you can go live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. There's so many platforms now that you can do this. And by going live, it means that you aren't constantly going back to audio or video recordings and editing it so that it's perfect. People don't care. They just want information. They want you to connect with them. And if they see you at face value doing a live, being normal and being down to earth, being yourself, then they're more likely to connect with you. And also, all those platforms, particularly Facebook and Instagram, they like lives better than anything else. They want you to go live, so you're more likely to become more visible that way. It's also a really good way to connect with people and chat with people. It's all very well doing pre-recordings and putting them out there, just like I do. That's one thing that I do. But nothing beats going live and speaking one-to-one or one-to-many in your group. So don't be frightened of it. Remember, these people who are following you, these people who listen to you and have turned up to watch you become more visible and see your posts, they want to hear from you, because if they didn't, they wouldn't follow you. They want more from you. So again, scrap this whole idea of it's about you. It's not about you. Scrap the idea that you have to be perfect, because nobody is, let's face it. Scrap the idea that you have to look a certain way or be a certain way or have a certain camera or lighting or goodness knows what. Scrap that idea. Start with what you've got, but do it now. There's no time like the present. Fear will only grow the more you think about it and the more you put it off. So just do it. Just hook the camera up, go into your page or your group on Facebook, for example. Just say hello. You don't have to have anything amazing to say, but just chat and talk and introduce yourself. And it doesn't need to be for a long time. Just go in there and be yourself, because your customers and your business will thank you for it. So good luck with that, and let me know how you get on.